What's up, you guys? If you're new here, hello! My name is Brittany, and in today's video we're going to declutter a shit ton of makeup brushes. You're guys gonna see I have an excessive collection. I am well aware of that. I've been collecting a lot of these for over 6 years at this point, so please know, nobody needs this many makeup brushes, but I'm like the first person to say you can never have too many brushes because they are an investment and they last a really long time and it's not like they expire. So I've just become a hoarder with my brushes. Most of them I don't use, and that's why I've gotten to the point I'm like, okay, I need to go through them because I'm just overwhelmed at this point. And I need to go through my collection as well, so if you guys want to see any other declutters, leave them in the comments down below. But I do want to ask you guys, because I've done declutters in the past and I have gotten these comments, please do not ask me to send you my decluttered makeup or brushes because I just won't do that. I normally give them to friends or family, or if it's makeup, it's usually expired, so I just throw it out anyways. And I also have a stepdaughter that loves makeup as well, so she does get a lot of my stuff. So just please don't ask me to send you my makeup because I just won't do that. I don't feel like it's very sanitary to do that either. So I'm like, just please don't ask me to do that. Just coming from my point of view, it does get a little bit uncomfortable to be telling people, no, I'm not gonna send you my makeup. So please do not leave those comments. But if you guys do wanna see any other declutters, leave them in the comments down below. Now let's just dive right into all of these because we're gonna be here for a while. So before we even get started, grab your wine, grab your, twisted tea is what I'm drinking today. Grab something. We're just chilling out, hanging out, and going through all of this stuff. So let's just get right into it. By the way, we're also not judging how dirty my table is. Okay, thank you. Let me do my practice where I'm going to hold everything. Let me even this out a little bit right here. I told you guys I have a lot of brushes. That is a thumbnail right there. All right, so the first one I want to start with are a couple from Morphe. I have these set aside because of this right here. This is actually happening a lot with my Morphe brushes, and it's happened in the past, and I've re-glued them over and over and over again. And this keeps happening, and this is a big reason why I'm going to get rid of a lot of my Morphe brushes. So this is the E2 and the E41. This is the head of the E41, or no, this is the E2. I use these brushes a lot for my self-tanner, but I am going to get rid of these because I do have one of these just like this upstairs already. So I'm going to get rid of both of those. And then I also have two more that are just getting loose, so I took them out of my collection before they fell apart. This is the E41. I love this brush for blush. This was my ride or die blush brush for a long time. Then I also have the E54. This is gigantic. I use this a lot for self-tanner. It'd be really good for because it is like a giant kabuki. You could use it for foundation too, but I don't know, you can't really get in like the nooks and crannies of your face. So I'm gonna get rid of this one, especially because I just don't use it, but it is breaking apart a little bit as well. So I wanted to start with those because those were set aside because they are broken. So now we'll get into this whole pile right here. So I'm just gonna kind of pick and go. We'll start with this one. This will be the Real Techniques dual fiber brush. I never use this, so I'm actually going to get rid of it. I'm not gonna talk too much about these because of how many we have. I have this one as well. This is a small dual fiber contour. This is from Real Techniques as well. I'm gonna get rid of this one too. I just don't really love those ones. I've heard a lot of people like those, but I just don't love those brushes specifically because, I don't know, they're not very soft, so I don't really love them. This is the Morphe R7. I never use this. It's really fraily, so I'm gonna get rid of this one as well. We're off to a really good start. This is the Luxie 516 dual fiber brush. Dual fibers, I don't know why I even collect these anymore because I never use them. I think I got this in BoxyCharm, but I am going to get rid of this. But this is a brand, I really do like their brushes. I have more in this collection. So actually, let's just get more of these dual fibers out of the way. So two more, both from Morphe. These were in sets. I feel like Morphe's brushes are better when they're individually versus the set. So I'm gonna get rid of both of those because I don't use those. Next thing will be from Sigma. This will be the F35. I really like this for highlighting, for more of like a dense formula, but I don't use it often enough to keep it, and it's really run down. This is one of my very first brushes that I got, so I'm going to declutter this one. I do want to buy again from Sigma. The Morphe Y8, I'm going to keep actually these gold brushes, I think, because I do showcase them in my room, and I think they're really pretty. I don't love these for like usage though, because I like to have a longer handle. I don't like how these cut off. I typically like, let me try to find one. I like the ones that usually taper, like this one here, how it tapers and it's longer. I just personally like these more, but these I just think they're really pretty. They're really good quality too. It's just my preference is for a longer handled brush. So I think I'm gonna hang on to this just for showcasing purposes, but I probably won't use it anymore. I'm actually gonna take out all the gold ones that I can find just right off the bat. I got most of this collection. I bought these individually because, I don't know, I just stopped buying sets because I just never find that I use all of the products in the sets. So I'm gonna keep these ones just set aside because, I don't know, maybe I'll keep them, maybe I'll get rid of them. We'll see. I'm gonna put them in like a maybe pile for now. Next thing is going to be from Morphe. This is the G7. This was like a ride or die for me for a long time. Really nice powder brush, but I am going to get rid of this one because, again, I just don't love how it's a shorter handle. Next one will be the Morphe M441. I'm sure this is annoying that the numbers are upside down for you guys, but it's easier for me to read. And then these are actually pretty similar. This is the Sigma E35. I really love the M441. I feel like the Sigma brushes were so hyped up before, and then when I bought them, I just really didn't understand the hype, but I'd be curious to try them again because it's been a long time. Like, this has been probably 6 years I've had this. So I'm going to get rid of this one. I am going to hang on to this M441 though because I do really like this brush. That's the first brush that I'm like, yes, I'm definitely keeping. So I'm off to a really good start. I'm proud of myself. Next one is going to be from Wet n Wild. These are really good brushes. They're just not the best quality. I really like soft brushes, and I'm just at the point now I really want to invest in high quality ones. So I am going to get rid of these, but these are an excellent drugstore / beginner option if you're looking for a really affordable makeup brush. Next one is going to be from Crown. This is the SS017 Deluxe Highlighting Fan. I never use these brushes. I don't know why I even bought fan brushes. I think I got this in a BoxyCharm a while back, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Any fans I'll probably get rid of, like I'll just see this one right off the bat. This is the M310. I'm gonna get rid of this one because I saw Jeffree Star loving that one. That's why I bought it, and then I just never ended up liking it. Next one is going to be the Sigma Precision Flat P80 brush. I love these for like spot concealing or spot correcting. I might hang on to these because I have more of these precision, like more dense kabuki styles. I may keep these because of how I'm doing my makeup now, so I'm gonna set these actually in my keep pile for right now. Next one will be the Morphe M527. I used to love this for bronzer, and you can see it's like flailing. It's in rough shapes. It's time to go, so we're gonna declutter that one. This next one will be from Wet n Wild. This I don't think these have names on them, but this is a nice brush for like face masks. So I'm actually gonna take this out of my collection down here and put this upstairs. So I'll put that in like an upstairs pile. And if I come across any more that are like the flat paddles, I will most likely move them upstairs for my face masks. I see another dual fiber. This is the Morphe Unknown. This came in a set. I'm gonna declutter this because I just don't use those. We'll get into some BH Cosmetics. This is the number 3. This was the Weekend Festival collection. I like these brushes, but I don't love them. I don't know, I feel like it's harder to control the product with these because it's almost like the hairs are too long. And just the way that they're designed, I don't really love, so I'm gonna declutter this one. I might end up decluttering a lot of this collection. Like this one here is the number 5. I'm gonna declutter that because I just don't use it often enough. Let's see. This will be the BH number 8, another one I just don't use. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a cutthroat declutter. These are from Alamar Cosmetics. I really like their brushes. I like the green ones better than the pink ones, but I'm going to hang on to these because I reach for these quite often. So I'm gonna hang on to the Alamar Cosmetics brushes. I know I have one more in here somewhere, so I'll get to that. This will be the BH number 4. I'm gonna get rid of this one. I just don't use that. Next one will be the Morphe M551. I used to use this again for bronzer. I do really like this, and every time I use it again, I like fall in love with it again. So I'm gonna hang on to this one just in case. I might end up decluttering it later on. The next one will be the Morphe G23. I'm gonna declutter this because it's a fan brush and I just don't use those. I used to love this brush for blush. Oh my God, the Morphe G8. This was a ride or die for me before, but I just never use it anymore, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Next one will be the Luxie 512 Small Contouring Brush. I have been loving these brushes for like cream contouring and my concealer, so I'm definitely hanging on to this one, and I do really like the quality of the Luxie brushes. We'll do my Sephora 55 brush. I think this is like a perfect go-to brush. This can do absolutely anything. I love this brush. This is probably like my #1 recommendation for a brush because I feel like you could do everything with it. Next one will be the Morphe. I think this says E3. I used to love this for like contour, bronzer, blush. This is another really nice go-to brush. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one because I just don't reach for it often enough. So, oh my god, that was a love of mine for such a long time. Next one will be the Morphe M459. I would keep this, but this is another one. It's starting to loosen up, so I'm going to get rid of this, but I need to get another brush that has like the flat edge like this because I love this style of brush. So I'm gonna get rid of this one, but I do need to pick up another one. So if you guys have a recommendation for a brush like that, let me know. Let's see, the Morphe E49. You can see I really love the Elite collection. I think that's their standout collection that they have. I do really like this for underneath my eyes. I may keep this because I don't know. No, I do have another brush that I'm gonna keep for that instead. So I think I'm gonna pass this, but we're gonna put this in a maybe pile for now. We'll do this for a mini flawless airbrush. I never use mini brushes. I can't stand mini brushes, so I'm gonna get rid of this one because I've literally never used it. I opened it, I put it in my collection, and I just never touched it, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Next one will be a Wet n Wild blush brush. I just don't really like this. This reminds me actually a lot of that BH blush brush that I showed you guys earlier. So I'm gonna get rid of this, but again, these are really nice quality brushes for a really affordable price. They're just not my all-time favorite. I think I got this for $1 at the dollar store. So if you're looking for affordable brushes, I would definitely recommend those. Like I said, this is another Wet n Wild. I just don't reach for this one. They're not the softest either, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. I'm just gonna pull out this whole collection right here if I could find them all, or I'll pull out all the ones. This is another Wet n Wild. We're gonna get rid of that one too. So this was, I can't even remember the name of this collection. I love the aesthetic of this. I love the white with the rose gold. Never reach for these. I've had them showcased in my room with the Desi X Katie collection. Just never reach for them, so there's no point in me having them. Here's another one right here. We're gonna get rid of that one too. Oh, now I'm finding more. Oh, we got a couple more Wet n Wilds. Let's see. Let's get these all out of the way. I think these are gonna be the rest of the Wet n Wild brushes that I have. I do wanna mention that, and I didn't really think about this when I was decluttering them initially. I may hang on to these for Halloween, because Halloween makeup destroys my makeup brushes, and since these are so inexpensive, it's not really a big deal if you ruin them. So I actually may hang on to some of these for Halloween collection, but I am going to declutter them out of like my main collection, you know? So I wanted to mention that if you're into Halloween makeup or want to get into it, I definitely recommend use really inexpensive brushes because, like I said, Halloween makeup destroys them. This one is going to be the Lorac. I don't even know what the name of this is. I got this in like the contour kit, I think it was. This is a horrible brush. I don't like it at all, so I'm definitely decluttering this one. Let's see, I got this one hiding over here. This is the Morphe E13. I like this, but I don't love it. It's a little bit more dense, and I just don't really reach for it that often, so I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. Next one is going to be the Morphe E27. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one as well because I just have other ones that I reach for more, and you can see that I've previously glued this one as well, so we're gonna declutter this one. This is what I'm gonna hang on to, the M532. I love this for like an all-over dusting in my crease. This is like the perfect blending brush for me, so I'm gonna hang on to that one. Next one is going to be the Moda Pro BMX 430 crease brush. I don't reach for this often. I really like how it has like the ridges on the handle because it gives you a really nice grip, and it doesn't bother my fingers either. I just don't really like the shape of this for my eye shape, and I just never reach for it, so there's no point in me having it. So I'm gonna set that one aside. I don't really reach for this one as well either. This is the Moda BMX 130. I think I got these in BoxyCharm. That's why I have like a set of them. I'm gonna declutter this one as well. It's a really nice, really soft brush, and I think these are a really decent price point. So I do recommend this. It's just one that I don't reach for. There's other ones that I love more than this one. So I'm gonna declutter that one. Next one will be the Morphe M438. This is similar to the Sigma one you guys saw earlier. I like the Sigma one better though because this one is a little bit more stiff. I don't know, the hairs on it are just a little bit weird for me, so I'm gonna declutter this one. There's just other highlighting brushes that I like more, and I can't really see the point in having like a specific brush to wipe away the bake when I have other ones that I can use it for like a dual purpose, you know? Next one will be the Luxie 522 Tapered Highlight. I never reach for this one, so I'm going to declutter this one out of my collection. This will be another one from Luxie. This is the 640 Pro Precision Tapered Brush. I really like this if I want like a dusting of blush, or it's nice to wipe away your bake. It's a nice dual purpose brush. You could use it for a lot, and I also like this for like my Hourglass ambient powders. So So I'm going to hang on to this one because I do really enjoy that one. This next one is going to be the Morphe R10. I really like the Elite collection and the Rose Gold collection. I think those are the top two. I should have mentioned that earlier when I said the Elite collection. All right, we got a couple from the Rose Gold collection. I'm gonna see if I can grab a couple at a time to kind of blow through this. All right, so we'll go with these three. So I've got the Morphe R11, R10, and the R2. I really like the R2 for bronzer. I just don't reach for it enough. There's other ones that I use more. And then the R10, I used to use this a lot for contour, my powder contour, but I don't really reach for it anymore. And I used this the other day for highlight just because I had all of my brushes in a box. So I never reach for this one, so I'm definitely getting rid of this one. I might hang on to these two though, because I do really enjoy these. Actually, I'm gonna put these in the maybe pile because they're, maybe we'll keep them, we'll see. This next one will be from Crown. I love this brush. I wish that this wasn't so flimsy, but I'm really intrigued because I would love to try the Artiste brushes because of this. I was happy to get this in BoxyCharm. You can see there's stuff all over it. I need to clean my brushes in the worst way. But I was glad to get this so I could see if I like this style of brush. But for the way that I do my makeup now, I love this brush. So I'm gonna hang on to this for now. Maybe eventually I'll get the Artiste brushes. If you have them, let me know what you guys think, but I'm gonna save that one for now. All right, I'm gonna try to pull out, I see a couple more of these gold brushes. There's these two, this one. I know I'm not gonna grab them all, but these are going to be more of those gold brushes. I'm gonna save these for now, put them in the maybe pile, because we might just keep those to, you know, have them on showcase. We'll see. Oh, I see a couple more of these rose gold brushes from Morphe. I do feel like these are a lot like cheaper. I feel like I could snap these. So again, we're gonna declutter those. Where do I want to go next? Let's go next to this brush. This is the Crown. I don't know the name of this. I got this in BoxyCharm as well. I love this brush for my foundation. I really like this, so I'm going to hang on to this. I really like how it has, like when they have the divots for the fingers, I love that. That's like a sell point for me. I wish every brush had that. Let me see. I see these Alamar Cosmetics brushes, so I'm gonna grab those because I'm definitely keeping those. So these will be the green Alamar Cosmetics brushes I was talking about earlier. I love these brushes so much. I wish that they sold these individually because this brush especially is amazing, especially for like cutting your crease, packing the lid. They're all amazing, but this is the standout one. But for $18, you get all three. These are amazing, amazing brushes, so I'm hanging on to all of those. This was another little trio that I got recently in BoxyCharm. I've been really liking these as well. This one I'm not so crazy about, but I haven't tried it enough, so I'm gonna hang on to it. This one I used the other day when I did my Blue Blood look, and then I really like this one for, again, like the cream products. I've been loving the brushes like that, so I'm gonna hang on to all of these. I may end up getting rid of this one eventually, but we'll see, and I'm sorry if that fly keeps flying right in front of the camera. It's driving me freaking crazy. Well, I was trying to rummage through everything else to find the other ones of these, but we'll just talk about this one. This is the P86 from Sigma. I really like these, again, for like spot concealing and stuff like that. Color correcting, I'm gonna hang on to this one. Those are, oh my god, I think those were like some of the first brushes I ever bought. Another brush I'm going to declutter is the BH Cosmetics number 10 brush. I don't know, I just don't reach for those ever because I feel like they're so hard to control. Another one, the BH Cosmetics number 9 brush. Let's see, this one's the number 6. These are again from the Weekend Festival palette. Number 2 brush. Number 1 brush. This one's number 7. Again, these are really great quality brushes, but for my preference, they're just not something that I reach for. They're a really affordable price. I really like, too, the handle on these because they have like, I don't even know the right word for it. It's almost like a silicone feeling, so they're really comfortable in the hand. It's not like they slip or anything like that. Again, I think they're amazing brushes. They're just not my preference. There's other ones that I just reach for over these ones. So if I'm not reaching for them, I have no use for them in my collection. Now we're gonna get into a lot of the brushes that I'm keeping. I think these were most of the ones that were like the ones I'm always reaching for. So I'm just gonna pull out these Smashbox Cosmetics brushes. I am so obsessed with these brushes. These are some of my favorites in my collection. So I have the angled powder brush. I have, what's this one called? The Precise Highlight, the Buildable Cheek, the Sheer Powder, and I think I have one more. Or no, these are all of them. These I highly recommend. They are expensive. They were on sale half off at Macy's when I bought them. Amazing brushes. This is like my go-to highlighter brush now. I love this for like underneath my eyes. This is like my go-to cheek brush. I really like this one for bronzer, blush, contour. You could do like everything with this one. And then this brush right here I really like for if I'm doing like a dusting of powder all over my face. So I'm definitely not getting rid of any of those. Those are my number 1 in my collection right now. Let's get this a little bit smaller. All right, right off the bat, I'm gonna reach for these two because I initially bought this brush off of Amazon in trial if I would like this brush. This is the NARS Ita brush. This was like a $4 dupe on Amazon. They're very similar, but I do think the NARS Ita brush is better. It's a lot softer. I like the blend on it better, but this one for $4, I highly recommend it. I think it's amazing. I am going to declutter it now because it's very scratchy on my face now. This one I'm still gonna hang on to. It's in rough shape, but I need to clean it. This is an amazing brush. I thought $55 was so excessive for a brush, but this is like, if you struggle with contour, this does the blending for you. It's such an amazing brush, so I am going to declutter the $4 brush, and I'm going to keep the NARS Ita brush. So let's talk about the Pro Featherweight Fan Brush from Sephora. I love this brush so much for bronzer. This is my go-to bronzer brush right now. Love it so much. These are so soft, such high quality. I love the taper on it. I love everything about these Sephora brushes, so I'm definitely hanging on to that. We have another unknown Morphe brush. I'm gonna get rid of this one because I just don't reach for it. I feel like with the sets especially, like you could feel the quality difference. Like this is another one. It's like you feel like it's just gonna break apart, and then I just felt this like shift right here. So again, just not the best quality, especially in their sets. Another brush I'm definitely hanging on to is the Huda Beauty, the Eyes Fender Blender. I love this for anything metallic. These are phenomenal, and I never thought I would look for a brush that has like the sponge applicator, but this is amazing. I really like this for glitters. This is just, some people might think it's excessive to have a brush for this when you can use your finger, but in those cases where you don't want to use your finger or you want like a really precise application, this works so well. I think it's such a beautiful brush. I love how it's like the pink with the peach. Love that so much, or pink with rose gold, I should say. So I'm definitely hanging on to that one. And then this one I'm gonna get rid of. This is the Morphe E4. I had duplicates of all of these because I used to freelance, so I had a collection for myself and then a collection for when I freelance. So this one was in the original collection, so this will be the original Elite collection. You could tell because it's not red like the other ones are. And I honestly feel like the older collection was so much better. So again, I'm just gonna get rid of this because I don't reach for it and I have other ones that I like more. And this one I'm actually gonna hang on to because I really like this for bronzer, and if I have like, if my Sephora fan brush is dirty, this will be the one that I go for. This is the SS023 Jumbo Kabuki Fan from Crown Brushes. Love this brush so much. It's super soft, it's really nice and compact for if you travel, which that's not something I'm overly concerned about with brushes because I don't really like mini brushes, but I really love this brush. It's a standout brush. I think that's another one I got in BoxyCharm. I've been really impressed with a lot of BoxyCharm brushes that I've gotten. This will be another Sephora brush. This will be the Pro Featherweight Complexion number 90. I use this for my blush and I freaking love it for my blush, so I'm definitely not getting rid of this. I'd be curious to try this for like my creams. I don't know though. I'm so attached to it for my blush, so definitely not getting rid of that one. All right, so this next one is going to be the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Brush. I'm gonna get rid of this one. I used to love this so much for underneath my eyes especially, but I just really don't love dual-ended brushes. They're really difficult to store. If I get to the point where I'm storing them in a drawer or something, maybe I'll consider getting the dual-ended because it's a good idea because it's one less brush that you have to buy, you know what I mean? But I just never use this side, and I already have brushes that I could do that same thing with that I would use this for, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. We have the Morphe M523 brush. I'm gonna get rid of this. I used to love this for contouring, but I just have other ones that I like more. The Sigma Large Powder F30 brush. I don't like this brush at all. Like the hairs on it are so stiff. They're not soft at all, so I'm definitely not keeping this one. I don't know how I even still have that brush, honestly. We'll talk about the Sigma Flat Kabuki, the F80. We all know that Jacqueline used to rave about these brushes. We'll take them all out. Let's bring them all out. I don't think I'm gonna get rid of all of them. I think these were the 4 that I got. I might have one more in here. I think I'm going to keep one of them. I think I'm gonna keep this one. I really like rounded brushes. Whenever I use flat brushes, I get like the streaks and stuff. So I think I'm gonna get rid of these ones, and then I just have no, I don't know, she used to use this for under her eyes. Maybe I'll keep this one. I'm putting this under my eye right now. I actually think I'm gonna keep these 2. I'm gonna keep these 2 to use them in my, like my new complexion routine, but I am going to get rid of the F88 and the F80. And then the ones that I'm keeping, I probably should have told you, the F86 and the F84. I should probably see if they still even carry those brushes. Oh, and then this one was the round kabuki F82. I'm gonna get rid of this one because this is just a little bit too dense for my liking, so I'm going to get rid of this. This might be good for, I'm like using them on my face. What's wrong with me? I'm actually gonna keep this, the F82. I'm gonna keep this for like my cream contour and even cream blush. So we're gonna hang on to those ones. Next one will be the Powder Blush F10 from Sigma. I'm gonna get rid of this one because this is very similar to like that, what was this, the F30? Yeah, it's very similar, like, they're very like stiff. So I'm gonna get rid of both of those. I've been really liking this one recently. This is the Airbrush Precision Foundation Brush from Sephora. I got this in a set that my dog chewed up. He chewed up the rest of the set. This was the only survivor. I'm gonna hang on to this one because I've been using that a lot lately. Oh my god, this is like the worst brush I've ever used. This is the Bare Minerals Perfecting Face Brush. It's like the one that has like the dip in the middle. Oh my god, worst brush ever. Don't know why I even kept it in my collection. Next one will be the Morphe M439. This is another one that I bought because Jacqueline recommended it. It's actually, now that I feel this one and this one, this is the F82. These are actually very similar, except this one, the bristles are a little bit longer and they're not as dense. I might hang on to this one too for my foundation now. Oh my god, who am I hanging on to these brushes right now? I never used to use brushes for my complexion. Now I'm like all in. Morphe E6, I'm gonna get rid of this one. You guys can see I've glued this one before. That's what I'm saying, like all these, they fall apart so easily it seems like. But I'm gonna get rid of this one because I just don't reach for it and I don't really love the flat tops. So we're gonna get rid of that one. Here's another Morphe E3. Are you guys sick of hearing me say Morphe? We're gonna get rid of that one because I just don't use it anymore. Morphe E48. Is this a duplicate? I think I've seen this brush already. This is probably one that I had in my freelance kit. I do really like this brush. It's just not one that I really reach for my personal shiz anymore. The Morphe M401, I love this one as well for my bronzer because I like that it comes to a taper because you can like contour and bronze with it. It's really nice. I actually might hang on to this. Where's that one that I went through earlier? There was this one. Yeah, like these two. I always reach for these because they're super soft and they blend out so nice. You can see they're shedding a little bit. We'll put that one in the maybe pile. Maybe, baby. Let's see, next one will be the Morphe M529. I used to use this all the time for contour because it comes with that nice taper. You can get a really nice blend with it. I did really like it. It's just, I hate this right here because I use the Cinema Secrets brush cleaner. I freaking can't stand it that it's blue right there, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. This one here, everybody was raving about this and I don't understand why. The Morphe M510. I thought this was terrible and it like, the hairs are just like everywhere. Your hair is everywhere. Name that tune, guys. All right, let me grab all these Anastasia Beverly Hills brushes. I wish that they would take these damn brushes out of their palettes and bring the cost down because I have so many of these, I never use them. They're very scratchy on my eyes, so I don't love them. I get why they do it because it's for people that don't have a brush collection, you know? But it's like, okay, how many of these do we need? So I'm gonna get rid of all these because I just don't use them. All right, now we'll hit some blending brushes. So I have the Morphe M433, the E17, and then this no-name Morphe brush. I'm gonna get rid of this no-name one because I don't use it a lot. I'm gonna keep the M433 because this is my ride or die. This one and the R39, we haven't gotten to it yet. These are like my must-have makeup brushes. So I'm going to keep this one. And then I'm actually gonna keep this one as well, the E17, because I like it because it's got a little bit of fluffiness, but it's a little bit more dense, so I can get a little bit more pigmentation, but still a nice blend from it. So I'm gonna keep this one. I gotta change my battery real quick, hold on. Okay, hopefully my camera didn't screw up too much. We'll talk about this Benefit Hula Brush. I never reached for this. I thought it was so cute. It reminded me a lot of like Kylie Jenner's hair at the time. I just never reached for this, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. I think I got that on, it was like either QVC or one of those websites where it had like the palette and that, or I forget what the hell I got with it, but it came with something, so I was like, oh cool, I got it basically for free. This is another one I'm gonna put upstairs for my face mask. This is the e.l.f. Professional Foundation Brush. All right, I'm seeing a bunch of sparkly brushes. We'll take these out. I really like these. These are more brushes from Luxie. I like that they're really uniquely shaped and I love the gold. I love that so much. So I'm gonna hang on to these because I haven't used them enough to know if I like them or not, honestly. Consolidate this a little bit smaller so I know where I'm at. All right, this one's gonna be the Morphe R13. I'm gonna get rid of this one. I've seen like 8 other brushes that look just like this. Oh my God, I never realized how many of my brushes look so similar. The Morphe E8, I'm gonna hang on to this one because I've been loving these types of brushes lately, so I figure it's okay to have a couple of those because of how many cream products that I'm using now. And I'm not exactly the best about cleaning my makeup brushes often, so it's like I have a backup. All right, let me get out all of these like big fluffy brushes. All right, so these are going to be my bigger blending brushes, which I love these types of brushes for that all over dusting in the crease. So we have 2 of the E40s. I'm gonna get rid of this one here because this is not a good brush. Like, these brushes were so inconsistent. This is the E40 that everybody was talking about and that everybody loves. So I'm gonna hang on to this one. And I really like that it has the E55 on the other end, so I have a dual-ended brush there. And then the next one will be the Morphe E30. I never use this brush. It's kind of an odd shape, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. And then we have the Unique blending brush. I do really like this. It's very reminiscent, actually, to the E40. I think this one's a little bit softer. So I'm gonna hang on to this one. And then we have the Morphe M504. This is another one I do really like. It's a little bit more dense and it comes to a taper as well. So I do really like this for if I want a little bit more of a concentrated color in my crease versus like a blown out look, you know? So I'm gonna hang on to that one as well. I feel like those are the ones like I can never have too many of because I don't clean my brushes often enough like I should. All right, let's talk about some brow brushes. So we have the Anastasia Beverly Hills number 14. This will be the one that I hang on to because I love that one so much. This is the Morphe M158. This one I feel like is too flexible, so I can't get like a nice precise application, but I like how it has the spoolie, but I am going to get rid of this one. So these are gonna be from Royal and Langnickel. These are the BOM 40 and 18, the shader and detail brush. I'm gonna hang on to both of these because I haven't used them enough. I've used this one here and I did really like it. They're very, very soft and I like the aesthetic of them. So I'm gonna hang on to these ones. Oh, this is another one of those like precision kabuki brushes. This is the P84. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one because I don't think I need this one. This one's a little bit bigger than the other ones. And I don't feel like I have a need for this one. So I'm gonna get rid of this one here. Oh my God, here's another one. What the heck? This is the P82. This is the one, this is my favorite. This is my most reach for one. This is the one I always use if I use like my under eye corrector. This is always the brush that I use. So out of all of these like more precise kabuki style brushes, this is the one. The P82 is my biggest recommendation. I love that brush so much, so I'm definitely hanging on to that one. Oh, let's talk about MAC 242. This is going nowhere. This needs to make a comeback in the worst way. This is the best packing brush, crease brush, everything. Like, this is such a good brush. That's not going anywhere in my collection. I think these are what's left of my Carity brushes, so these ones were sent to me, the E31 and the E30. I'm gonna keep both of these because I do reach for these often, especially this one here, the E30. I don't love this one. I'm gonna get rid of this one. We're gonna get rid of the E31 because it's not easy to control. Whereas this one, I like how it's got the nice taper at the end. It's like, I don't know, I just get a nice application with it. So I do really like this one. We're gonna keep that one. This one will be my current favorite for my crease. This will be the Pro Featherweight Crease from Sephora. This is the number 38. Love this brush so much. That's definitely not going anywhere. Pencil brush, we have the Wayne Goss 05 brush. I need to get more of these brushes. These are so soft and such beautiful brushes. Definitely not getting rid of that one. This next one will be the Morphe E18. I love this one for like packing my outer lid because it's so precise and I could still blend with it, so I'm gonna keep that one. I think we got a couple ColourPop brushes, so we'll do those really quick. So we got the ColourPop E3 and, oh, we have 2 E3s. Can you tell I like this brush? So I'm gonna hang on to both of these. I love having a bunch of these types of brushes. I've been doing a lot more cut creases and stuff lately, and I just like these for like packing the lid. So I'm gonna hang on to both of those because I clearly thought I needed more than one. Oh, here's another Carity brush. This is the E28. I'm gonna get rid of this one because I kept one from Sigma that looks a lot like this. And it's a little bit bigger in size and I just don't really have a use for it. So I'm gonna get rid of that one. I think this is another, oh no, this is a Morphe brush. So this is another unknown Morphe brush. We're gonna get rid of this one. Same style, a little bit smaller, but I just don't have a use for it. I'm gonna hang on to this one. This is the Morphe E36. This is a really nice pencil brush. I do really like that one for underneath my lash line. So this will be the Morphe M221. I really like this for my lashes. If I have like my lashes are sticking together or anything like that, I just like went to brush my lashes. Oh my God. I really like this. I use this a lot, so I'm gonna hang on to this one. This will be the MAC 210. I got this because Jenny69 always did her wing liner like a boss with it, and I love this brush. I use this anytime I do like fine detail. This is always the brush that I reach for, so that one's definitely not going anywhere. I think I'm gonna hang on to this one. This is the Morphe R45. I really wanna start trying to do my liner with either this brush or that MAC 210. So I'm gonna hang on to this one for now, and it's still in pretty good condition. So we're gonna hang on to this one. The Sigma Flat Definer E15. This is just in rough shape, so I'm gonna get rid of this one, but I love having a bunch of these flat definers on hand. We have another Morphe M433. This is a ride or die brush. I can never have too many of those, so I'm not getting rid of that one. I'm gonna get rid of this one, even though I love this style of brush. This is very similar to that Morphe M433. This is the E25. I just hate that it's a small brush. I can't stand mini brushes. So actually I'm gonna get rid of, if I see any other mini brushes right here real quick, I'm just gonna get rid of them. This is the E21. This is another really nice brush. I just need to get like the regular size of it. So we're gonna get rid of both of those. All right, more Morphe brushes. Holy shit, I'm so sick of even saying Morphe. So the E24, G28, E32. I really don't have a use for any of these, so we're gonna get rid of them. Oh my god, I'm so impressed with myself how many I'm getting rid of. Another dual fiber brush. I know I'm not gonna use that, so we're gonna get rid of that. Oh my god, you can see like all my brushes are all shedding. So Morphe R44. I think I'm gonna keep this brush. This is another brow brush, but I like that this is a little bit longer than the Anastasia one, so I'm gonna keep there. Let's put that in the maybe pile. We'll see about that one. This, I don't know what this is, so we're just gonna get rid of that one. I think that's just Jocelyn's. This is another Alamar Cosmetics brush. This is probably my least favorite of all of them. I think the shape of it is a little bit odd. So I'm gonna keep it just because I wanna use it more, because I did get these, not recently, but I haven't really done my makeup that much since I got this. So I'm gonna hang on to it for now, but I may end up decluttering this in the future because I do really like their brushes. I'm gonna get rid of this one here because it is a travel size. Oh my god, this is like a very sexy brush. This was like my very first makeup brush. Oh my god, I forgot I had this. I have to keep it. I have to keep that one. We're keeping that one. We're gonna get rid of that other E25. I got these recently in BoxyCharm. I didn't like these at all. I think the shape of them are really weird. These are the Vintage Cosmetic Company. It's like, you get them in steps. Steps 1, 2, 3. What is it? 1 for the money, 2 for the shadow, 3 for the go-go girl. I don't like any of these, so I'm gonna get rid of all those. Oh, let's see. We have the Sigma Concealer F10. I never use this brush, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. We've got the Morphe M432. I think I'm gonna hang on to this one. This is the one I use the most, so we're gonna hang on to that one because I don't think I kept any other flat definer brushes. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. All right, so Sigma E30 brush, definitely getting rid of this. It's been through the ringer. It's in rough shape. We're gonna get rid of that one. M501, this was my ride or die. Oh my god, this was my ride or die highlighter brush for a long time. I think I'm gonna keep this because I like it for if I want a more like diffused highlight, so I'm gonna keep this one even though I use my Smashbox ones more. But the Smashbox one is more dense and it's more concentrated, whereas that one you can get like, especially with loose highlighters, you can get all over like dusting if you want to. It's more versatile, that's what I should say. This next one is going to be another Morphe No Name. I never use this. I don't like the shape of it either, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. I think it's a little too big for like wing liner too. The Morphe E28, I use this quite a bit, so I'm gonna keep this one. I like that it comes with a taper. It's got a little bit of blend to it. I like that one, so we're gonna keep that one. The Cream Shadow Brush from Unique. I do really like this, but I don't think they work well with the cream shadows that these are actually designed for. I think this picks up like way too much product, but I've just been finding I don't really reach for it, but I think it's very similar to like the Makeup Geek foiled shadow. I need to try this with my foiled or metallic shadows. I haven't done that yet, so I'm gonna keep it for now, but I may end up decluttering that later. This is the Morphe E19. I'm gonna hang on to this because I wanna have a lip pencil in my collection, or a lip brush in my collection, so I'm gonna hang on to that one. This is the Morphe E39. I really like these. I really love these like detail style brushes. I like this for like the inner corner. You could use it as a lip brush. I really like it. It's dual purpose, so, or it's actually like more than dual purpose. It has a lot of different purposes with it, so I'm gonna keep that one. The E65 from Sigma, I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. I could never get this to work. I bought it for my wing liner. I just couldn't get it to work for me, so I'm going to get rid of that one. I think this is another one of those duplicates. Oh no, this is the E35, so it's a little bit more precise than that E39, so I'm gonna keep this one too, because it's, if I wanna work more detailed, I have something, so I'm gonna hang on to that. This is the E22. I think I have too many brushes that are similar to it, so I think I'm gonna get rid of that one there. All right, so this next one is going to be the Morphe E37. I do really like this. It's hard to explain because it's not quite a pencil brush, but it's not quite like a liner brush. It's right in the middle. So I feel like I could use this for a lot of different things. So I'm gonna hang on to this one for now. Even though I don't reach for it as often, I could use it for a lot of different things, and I know that. The Morphe M321, I'm gonna hang on to this one for now until I get more brushes. That's what I probably should have said at the beginning of this video. Like, I'm gonna hang on to a lot of these until I get new brushes, because I'm not really sure when and how many new brushes I'm gonna get. So I'm gonna hang on to this one for now. This is another one I really like for like my outer corner. So I'm gonna hang on to this one. Then we've got the Morphe E14. I never use this. It's too dense. It's just really gives me nothing to work with, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. This is the Bare Minerals or Bare Essentials, the light stroke brush. I think I used to use this when I got like the powder like sample kit back when they first came out. Definitely getting rid of that one because I have no use for that anymore. The Morphe E15, I never use this one either. It's just another brush and I'm like, I don't know what to even use it for anymore, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. Another no-name Morphe brush, I'm gonna get rid of that because I just don't use it and I already have pencil brushes. This is the Urban Decay Vice dual-ended brush. I never use this brush ever. I don't like how it's got like the dual fiber on the one end. I think this came with the Vice 4 palette. I don't even think I have that palette anymore. So I'm gonna get rid of this one because I just don't use it. We have the Morphe E23. This is actually very similar to that Carroty brush, and I think I already have a bunch of brushes like this, so I'm gonna get rid of this one as well. The Morphe R39, this is like my ride or die. This one and the M433, these are my must-have makeup brushes. That's not going anywhere. I actually might end up buying more of those because of how much I love that. The Brow Gale by Tanya Crooks. I do really like this. It's a little bit too flexible though in this here, but I like how it's so thin. I don't know. I might keep this one because every time I use it, I'm like, oh, I really like it. It's just you have to be careful with how you manipulate it. I'm gonna keep it. I really like that brush. Urban Decay, I think this came in my Naked palette. We're gonna get rid of this because I just have no use for it. Oh, this is another one of those M501 brushes. So let me look at those two next to each other and see which one I wanna keep. I'm gonna keep this one because you can see it has more of a shape. It's not as like fraily and all over the place. So we're gonna keep this one and we're gonna get rid of that one. Morphe E37. I feel like I kept one that looked just like this. I think this is the same. Oh yeah, it's another E37 brush. So this one here is going to be the newer. You can see how the bristles are red, whereas this was the original when they're not. I'll keep the newer one because these ones, I mean, when people see it, they probably won't know what it is. Whereas if they see the red tips, they might be able to pick up on what brush it is. So I'll keep the newer one. The Morphe E36, this is another one. It's a duplicate. I know I had an E36 in here. I'll take the older one out. That's the E18. I'll do that later, but I'm gonna keep this one and get rid of the older one. So I'll leave that right next to the other one there. Another no-name Morphe brush. We're gonna get rid of this one because I just don't use it and I already have pencil style-ish brushes. And then another duplicate. This is the Morphe E19. This is the lip brush. All right, so I'm gonna keep this one here because it is longer. I never noticed that. Are the newer ones longer or the older ones longer? I'm gonna keep the longer one because I like that better. Next one will be the Sigma eyeshadow base brush. This is from the Flare palette. I'm gonna get rid of this one because I already have a bunch of brushes like this, so we're gonna get rid of that. Another no-name Morphe brush. I'm gonna get rid of this one because this is very similar to that Carroty brush. All right, so we're at the last one. This is the Carroty E27, and I really like this one for my outer corner. If I'm doing like a smoked out wing with my shadow, I really like this brush for that. I haven't used it a ton, but I do really like it, and I like how it has that diagonal. So I'm gonna hang on to this one, and then let's revisit my brushes right here. Which ones I wanna keep. I think I'm gonna keep this R2 because I really like the shape of it. It almost reminds me of like the Tom Ford. I'm gonna keep this one for my bronzer, even though I already have like 8,000 other bronzer brushes. So since I'm keeping that one, oh shoot, do I wanna keep this one or that one? Oh no, oh no. Hang on, we're doing a process of elimination here. All right, so these are my Morphe bronzer brushes. Which one do I wanna keep? This one. This is the one I always reach for more, so I'm gonna get rid of both of these. Cutthroat. This one here, Morphe E49, we're gonna get rid of it. I already have brushes like it. This one here we're gonna get rid of, the R10. Oh my god, I'm like, I can't believe how many I've gotten rid of. And then the R44, I'm gonna get rid of this one now that I kept the Brow Gale by Tanya Crooks, so we'll get rid of that one. And then I think I'm gonna save all of these and just showcase them in my room, and I'm just gonna clean them up. I probably won't use them anymore. You never know. I'm gonna keep them though because I think they look really cute, so we're gonna keep these. So I'm not gonna count these since we're saving them to showcase them, so let's count all the ones that I'm going to keep for my personal collection. These will be all the ones that we're keeping. Let me count them real quick. Okay, 73. That's way more than I was expected to keep, but I don't even know how many I started with. At least I hope it's 73. I hope I can count. Now let's see how many that we're gonna get rid of. 126 brushes we're getting rid of. Holy shit balls. I can't believe I had that many brushes in my collection. So I am very proud of myself because of how many I got rid of, and then we are moving to upstairs for my face mask. So I think I did pretty fucking good today. I will probably declutter more once I invest in more brushes. So that's going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any brush recommendations, please leave them in the comments down below because I would love to know which brushes you guys recommend. If you have any brushes you want to see reviewed or anything like that, let me know that as well. Other than that, I'm going to put all of my brushes back on my vanity so I can see how much room I have now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Peace!